We'll now go to step 6, the final part of our 6-month plan. We're going to finalize our plan by putting in grid lines, by finishing the bottom of the plan, and we start the bottom of the plan by typing in comments below ending stock, and then merging this all the way across the bottom of our plan, and we can do that by right-clicking the mouse, going to Format Cells and Alignment, and clicking on Merge Cells, making sure that we are left justifying this. If you notice, your hard copy below comments is a row for Merchandise Manager, and this is for their signature. We merge this over 5 columns. Again, right-clicking, Format Cells, merging the cells, and left justifying. Next to Merchandise Manager is the buyer's signature, and we will merge that across the remaining cells in our plan and left justifying. Below our signatures is a signature for the controller in the accounting office, and this will be merged across the entire width of our plan. Format Cells, merging, and left justifying. So now we have typed in the information that we need. We're going to, the next step is to put grid lines on our plan. We highlight the entire plan, and we right-click into Format Cells to our border. And typically we have a border, a stronger border around the outside. We're going to use a double row and hitting Outline, and then for the interior we'll use a thin line inside. And once we have identified that, we just hit OK. Now we can look at our form and do a little more refining to make it look a little nicer. We're going to merge these cells through alignment just so they don't look like there's the columns. We're going to take the line out between department name and women's knit tops. Under border, we're just going to take that line out so that it looks like it's one cell. We're also going to highlight our row with the season title and our months, and with that we're going to put in a bolder border on the top and the bottom. We're going to go to font, and we're going to bold our months and our season. We're going to also then bold our font on the left-hand side so that our component parts will stand out, and we're going to add bolder lines between our component parts by using our border. And we try to make this just stand out a little bit more. So that the separation between our component parts is a little more obvious. Okay, now let's see how that looks. Is there anything else that we want to do to it? We want to make sure that numbers are centered within the cells. So if we see where there are numbers that aren't, we can go ahead and make sure that these are all centered, and those all look pretty good. So that should be the final steps in our merchandise plan. So what we need to do is to see how this plan is going to print out. So we would go up to our file and print preview, and we can see that it's not printing the entire form. So let's go over to page setup, and to indicate on page setup that we want our form to fit 1 page wide and 1 page tall. By hitting OK, now we see that we have our entire form on 1 page, and we want to then be able to print that out. So we close print preview. The very last thing that needs to be done is we want to see what our formulas are. So we would go to our page layout in our toolbar, and we would look to make sure that everything looks fine, and then go to formulas, and to make sure that we can see our formulas. And on the formula bar we would click Show Formulas. Now on our sheet we can see all of the formulas here, and we want to make sure we print that out. And the way that we do that again is to go to print preview to make sure it is fitting on 1 page. Let's go ahead then and landscape this, print out this page that has all of our formulas on it, and then we can go back, unclick Show Formulas, and make sure that our print preview, we move it back to portrait so that our form looks a little bit better. And we are done.